Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and in today's video, we got some more top 30 visit updates. Yesterday, the Commanders had their Top Golf Top 30 visit event. We all thought it was going to happen after it was announced yesterday that they were bringing in a lot of guys in one day on a 30 visit, so that kind of had, or at least me, it kind of had me speculating that, hey, we might do this Top Golf thing again. Turns out we did, and we have some new top 30 visits from that Top Golf event. So we'll talk about those guys in today's video. But before we do, make sure y'all leave a like down below, subscribe if you're not already subbed up, and turn on notifications. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so like I said in the intro, the Commanders did have their Top Golf event yesterday where they brought in about 20 or so guys for the event. They had it last year. Basically gives them the opportunity to see how these guys interact with their peers, other prospects, and really get to know them and not the players specifically, right? Because they've already done all the, football talk, the X's and O's talk throughout the offseason. They gave them the opportunity to just chill, hang out with the rest of their peers and prospects, and they just wanted to see how these guys interact with each other to really get to know their characters, right? We know guys like Trey Harris, I'm pretty sure Jalen Smith, Quincy Riley, Josh Connerly Jr. were on the 30 visit yesterday, the top 30 visit yesterday, the event, right? But other guys were as well, and other guys are actually in the building today that I have not talked about, so I want to get to those guys right now. First guy up I want to talk about is Texas running back Jaydon Blue. This guy has tremendous speed. Like, if you're one of the fans who wants a running back with home run hitting ability, Jaydon Blue is your guy. He's 5'9", 196 pounds, so is a smaller back. However, he has home run hitting ability, home run hitting speed. The Clemson game in the national, or not the national championship, sorry, the playoffs, the college football playoffs between Clemson and Texas, Jaydon Blue, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. The first one was like for 30 or 40 yards. Really nice touchdown. I'm pretty sure it was the first touchdown of the game, right? So that was great for Texas. But the second touchdown, I think it was like 31-24. Texas was in the lead, and they needed to put that game away, and Jaydon Blue did just that. They put him in the game, and he hit Clemson with a 75-yard rushing touchdown. And that clip just told you pretty much everything you need to know about Jaydon Blue's dynamic ability, his home run hitting ability, man. His speed is so good. He also has pretty good pass catching ability as well. Only had about 700 yards this past season at Texas on the ground, but that's because they had other backs as well that they used. So Jaydon Blue wasn't taking the bulk of the carries, right? So he doesn't have a ton of mileage, and he has home run hitting ability, right? So getting a guy like that on our team to complement Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Ekeler, and with that speed, like, just having a guy that can take it to the house from anywhere on the field, that's what Jaydon Blue would provide, and we could definitely use that in our backfield. He's a day 3 prospect, so I could definitely see us taking him in the 4th round if we decide to wait that long to take a running back. Next up, we have Texas cornerback Jahdae Barron, another Texas Longhorn. He is one of the top cornerbacks in this year's cornerback class. In a cornerback class that isn't very strong, you got to find a way to stand out, and Jahdae Barron just does. He has the versatility to play on the outside and on the inside. His first 2 years at Texas, he played majority on the inside, but this past season, he started on the outside, and he was really good at it. What most stood out to me when I watched his film is how good of a tackler and run defender he is, man. Like, the way he wraps up so well and just does a good job of recognizing if a pass is going to be dumped off in the flat, and he immediately uses his speed to close on it and make the tackle, man. He's so good at it. Had really good ball production in 2024. Has good closing speed, like I just said, 4.39, and he has really good quickness, and he has very nice awareness and instincts in zone coverage, right? So this is a guy that is really good at what he does, and it's why he's considered as one of the top quarterback prospects in this draft, and it's why I don't think he's going to be there at 29. Now, if he is, I'd honestly take it, because although he isn't the biggest guy, He is 5'10", I think 190 pounds, so isn't the biggest. He has that versatility to play on the inside and on the outside at a very high level. And he may be a guy that we could put on the outside and he can really excel there, man. So Jahdae Barron, he was at the Top Golf event yesterday. Doubt he falls to 29. He'll probably go top 20, top 25. But if he's there at 29, I definitely take him because he is an absolute baller. Next up, we have Illinois wide receiver Pat Bryant. He's a very interesting prospect. He's coming off of his best season, like this last year at Illinois was his best season. He had 54 receptions for 984 yards and 10 touchdowns, which is a pretty solid season. And he was really good towards the end of the season. Let me bring up some of his stats towards the end of the year. He had 7 catches for 197 yards, 1 touchdown versus Rutgers in November, and 4 catches, 135 yards, 1 touchdown versus Michigan State in November as well. So at the end of the season, man, he really strung it together, and he pretty much balled out for Illinois. He has really good size. He's 6'2", 204 pounds, 31-inch arms. He's the type of size that we could really use in our receiver core. Our tallest receiver is Noah Brown, who is 6'2", right? And that's not bad, but like it would be nice to have a guy that's 6'3", and although, or 6'3" and above, right? And although Pat Bryant isn't 6'3", 6'2", 204, that's still pretty solid size. Runs a 4.61, so he isn't the fastest guy. However, he's a guy who has really solid ball skills and has really good body control to win uncontested catches. He really uses his size to his advantage when it comes to contested catches, which is really good to hear. And he has a really good football IQ and a nice feel for the game. He also is a very long strider. So those are all really good positives surrounding Pat Bryant. He's a day 3 prospect, probably going to go somewhere between, I would say, round 4 and round 6. So we have a 4th round pick. We have a 6th round pick. Don't have a 5th round pick, right? But if we decide to take a receiver on day 3, don't be surprised if we decide to take Pat Bryant because he has size that we could use in the receiver room, and he has pretty solid skills, and he has pretty solid talent overall, and was really good this past season at Illinois, his senior year, right? So he's only getting better and better, and he may be a guy we decide to target in the draft on day 3. And then the last guy here I want to talk about is running back Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. And I actually like Caleb Johnson a lot. I have him as my running back 5. Him and Quinshon Judkins are very close for me, but he has great size, 6'1", 224 pounds. He feels like a Brian Robinson Jr. replacement. Like, if we want to replace B-Rob, because he has 1 more year left on his deal, and I'm so sure that we're going to draft a running back because we have no running back on the roster after this year, right? So we're going to need a guy on the roster after this year. So that's why I'm just so confident that we'll draft a guy. And we've been showing a lot of interest in a lot of these backs, including Caleb Johnson, who was on a top 30 visit with us today. Like I just stated, he's 6'1", 224 pounds. He's a super physical back. He's like a brute, kind of like B-Rob, but he has better vision than B-Rob. Feel like he's more of a natural runner than B-Rob. A little slower, but he ran a 4.61 at the combine. B-Rob ran like a 4.5 or in the 4.5s, right? So just going based off of the 40-yard dash, he's a little slower than B-Rob, but when you watch his tape, I feel like he's a lot faster. He's quicker than fast, very decisive, and patient runner. He doesn't have great elusiveness nor long speed, like he really isn't making guys miss in space, but he has really good contact balance, man. Very patient runner, good vision. So I feel like I would not mind drafting Caleb Johnson. I'm not sure how great of a fit he would be in the scheme, but I have confidence that if we were to draft him, Cliff would be able to make it work with him, would be able to mold his scheme around Caleb Johnson because he is a really good running back, and he definitely is a 3-down running back 1, right? Obviously, it would be great to have, a receiving back or a change of pace back, and that's why we have Austin Eckler, right? Or we could maybe sign an undrafted running back, right? Maybe double up, or draft a running back next year who has dynamic, explosive ability, right? A change of pace guy, right? But if we do decide to go Caleb Johnson, it'll probably be in the 2nd round at pick 61, and I honestly wouldn't mind it at all. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're not already subbed up, and turn on notifications. Comment down below your thoughts on any of the guys I talked about in today's video. And other than that, it's Big K Sean, and I'm out. Peace.